Hey guys, welcome to the first video in the Spore series that I'm gonna be playing through. So I believe I mentioned Spore during my not my Castle Crashers, my Dungeon Defender series, and I've practically run out of ideas of games to play. So if there's any game you'd like me to play, you can go ahead and just comment down any one of my videos. I'm sure I'll see it eventually. So this game I recommend it for like practically anyone who plays it because there's multiple ways you can play it, which it reaches to multiple different audiences. It just has to reach the correct person to. It can appeal to multiple different people. There's multiple different worlds. I believe you start with 6 though. But I'm not sure how I got more worlds, but these yellow dots here, they're new game. The blue dots are current games that have save files and such. The reason this one has like arrows leading toward it is because I played this one last. It was literally, I think, yesterday or something like that, or I don't know. My point is, I'm going to be playing this. It's a game where you just evolve your creature through multiple stages in the game. We're going to start a new world right here. There's 5 different stages. There's Cell stage, Creature stage, Tribal stage, Civilization stage, and Space stage. We're going to be going all the way from Cell stage to Space stage. And I'm hoping that's going to be fun to watch. You can start out 2 different diets. Which I'm going to start out as a carnivore, just so it's convenient for me to eat things, to eat meat. I'm going to be playing as an omnivore though, and you'll see how I get to that. We're going to be playing on normal mode, just because easy mode is extremely easy. I've played this game so often. I should be playing on hard, but I don't want to have to go through any tedious things, which I'm already going to be going through some tedious things you'll be seeing. We're going to randomize the name of the planet, because it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, Juvena, that's the name now. Alright, I'm not going to be skipping through any cutscenes. You start out in a meteor, I think. It's a strange start to a strange game, but after you play, you'll enjoy it. I can't guarantee that you'll enjoy it, but it's a lot of fun. So basically, you're a cell in a meteor, and this meteor crashes down onto your planets that you named. I'm hoping this isn't too loud for you guys, but you crash into the ocean. So yeah, this is just a cutscene. The meteor's crashed. You're going into the water. Alright, and the controls for this, like you can use the arrow buttons, the WASD, or you can just like hold click and your cell will follow you, or follow the mouse. As you can see right now, it's following me. There's these pink pieces of meat in bubbles, I think. And if you're a carnivore, you eat those. And if you're a herbivore, you eat these green plants. I feel like I'm explaining that pretty well. I'm sort of explaining it, sort of playing through it as well. I might need a second though. I might want to turn something on. Okay, just looking through this. Okay, I thought I might have needed to turn something on, but I think it's fine. Alright, so as a carnivore, you can eat other animals or cells, but it does take like a bite or two to like split them into meat. And every time you essentially I don't know, kill a creature, they drop 3 meats. And there's also different carnivores now. After you eat some meat, you'll sort of upgrade, I guess. So you want to make sure not to get bits in here. Just chasing them down. So you can see at the bottom here, there's this little heart with vibrations, and it says call mate when I hover over it. This is so we can, well, make offspring, I guess. But before we make the offspring, we go to this cell creator, where we can edit our cell to basically just be however we want it to be. So we're gonna just make him less fat, and just make his edges better, I guess. I don't like this eye. I like having the stock eye. There. You can use the arrow buttons, like the arrow keys, to make the whatever that's highlighted. You can make it grow or shrink. So I'm gonna make the mouth a little bit bigger. We're gonna make the flagella a bit bigger. It doesn't do anything. It's just for show, so it doesn't look weird. And there's different parts that you can attach, like spikes. We can add that like right there at the mouth, with the eyes back a little bit. But since we got the mouth, we get this charge, or the attack and break. Yeah, charge into cells to attack them. Some objects will break if you poke them. There's this name your species down here. This is the creature. We're gonna have to name it, but I don't know what's to name it, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, Captain Comical, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna name it Captain Comical. That's our species name. So there's this paint mode, which allows you to color your cell. There's multiple ways to color your cell. We're gonna be going with a yellowish color, I guess. We're just gonna be yellow, I think, maybe. I might change my mind on that. But basically, you unlock different parts, like these little shields, I guess. Like you consider them shields, but these are like locked parts that you need to unlock to be able to put on your cell. So the start of a cell stage, it's very simple. You just you play through and kind of just eat things, and I don't know. Now that we have the spike, we can poke the guy who's trying to bite us. If we just tilt our head slightly. So now we're gonna try and bite this guy. He might turn around and try and bite us, but if not, then we can just nibble him in the butt, I guess. Cause I don't know, sometimes the guys run away, and the guys who eat plants, the herbivores, they tend to run away just every time. They don't normally fight back, because they don't have anything to fight for. They can't eat meat, or they can't really defend for their lives either, because they can't bite, or I don't know. Later on though, some of the plant-eating guys gets like different things to defend themselves with. But for now, it's just gonna be defenseless people who eat plants. Yeah. So basically, this is just you evolving your cell for the cell stage. If you don't find this interesting, it will get more interesting. I can promise you that. Right now, it's just chasing down the cell. We're gonna be unlocking new parts soon, I believe. It's gotta be sometime soon. Once we get 15 DNA, which is the counter down there, it's currently at 14. When I say down there, I mean like to the bottom left, I think. Okay, now it's at 15. We're gonna call mates again. And now these vibrations, I guess I should say, plus the hearts, that's where our mate is. So we're gonna be slowly swimming over to her, or him, I'm not sure. Swimming over to them, I guess. We know this is the mates because they've got the hearts, so we're gonna be doing, I don't know, dance or something. And I did skip there, but there wasn't really much to see. So we're gonna be adding a flagella, I think it's called, and that gives us one more speed. We're gonna be making it just a bit bigger, just to make it look like it's effective. So it says we're carnivore right now. If we're going for omnivore, we'd have to be eating meat and plants. So I have a plan to make me a carnivore. how you check whether or not you're a carnivore or not, you can click down here to where it says history. This will come important later. My cell's just kind of... Okay, we'll check history later. I want to get this guy right now before he swims away. Eat that. I think I might need to move the spikes. They might be getting in the way of me eating stuff. So we're just gonna... Right, yeah, that's the new part right there. It's called the jet, and it's basically just a better movement piece. We're gonna check history right now, and as you can see, there's herbivore, there's omnivore, and then there's carnivore. Right now we're going for carnivore, but we want to be omnivore. So right now we're going to have to eat plants to get to omnivore, but we have the carnivore mouth. So how we're going to be dealing with that is we're going to get to a relative halfway point in the stage, represented by the bar at the bottom there, like this bar here. Once we get like close to halfway, I'm going to switch mouths, which yes, I am allowed to do. So I'm going to switch it, say, about here, because that's close to halfway at least. It doesn't have to be like exactly halfway, it can just be relatively halfway. So we're going to be mating. They just leave an egg cell, or cell in an egg, I don't know. But basically we're going to move this, they're going to move the spikes. We're going to move them like here-ish, maybe. That way they're in the back, and I don't know, protect our backs, I guess. We're going to add this part, the cilia, just because it allows for fast turns and gives us speed. It doesn't give us more speed, just normal speed and fast turns, I guess. So we're going to be placing them right here. We're going to make them a bit bigger. We're going to take off our mouth, though, so we can switch it for the herbivore mouth. So right now it says herbivore, because we've got the, I think it's the fiber, no, the filter mouth, not fiber. The filter mouth that allows you to eat fiber or something. I don't know. Green plant buds. That's what they're called by. Okay. So right now we're just kind of swimming around. We've got a little more evolved cell. We've got spikes on our butts because we do not want to be bitten on our butts at all. Because generally I can just swim away from I don't know, carnivores. If they want to eat me, they'll chase me, and then they'll try biting my butt, but since I've got the spikes there, they can't. And a little benefit as to being a herbivore, you can't eat other plants, but you can find meteors, which give you spit poison, generally. Which is a pretty good defense if you have cilia, for a reason I'll show you guys later. So you can notice that the music changed a little bit, and that's because a huge cell was getting close to me. So huge cells, they can take big bites out of you, but you don't take a lot of damage. So as a herbivore, you'll find these kind of often, where you can just eat, I guess, from like bits of this. Generally you'll find like a lot of herbivores here just chilling and eating plants. So if you're not fast enough, you don't get a lot of plants. So these guys here with a little nostril are called nosies. So that's the omnivore mouth. We're gonna be wanting that a little bit, just so we have the choice of eating meats and plants. We're gonna be eating this. Oh, there's two plant forms, as I like to call them, right here. Okay, when you grow up, they're still kind of useful, just less useful. So you can just swim around and eat them. Okay, we're gonna be calling a mate again. So we're just gonna swim through the chaos. Ow, we're gonna get bit as well. But once we start mating, everyone leaves us alone. I want to add another speedy part, but I might add poison instead, just for the added safety. So we're gonna put the spikes here-ish. We're gonna move our eyes just a bit back again. Put this here. Yeah, we're gonna make it a bit smaller because we don't need it that big. Alright, so now we've got spit poison. It leaves a trail of, well, you guessed it, poison. This poison trail, it doesn't deal that much damage, but it can make enemies not want to bite you, so it's pretty useful for, really any type of creature. Okay, so there's another plant farm here, and it's, well, practically like before. It's just got more plants on one end. It's got less ends to have plants, though. So we're just gonna eat a whole bunch of this stuff. It's really good. I think we missed our chance for getting the omnivore mouth because we ate too many plants. We're gonna check our history just to make sure we're not becoming too good. Okay, so from the start here, we're trying to be omnivore. We start out directly in the middle of omnivore, but as we eat and evolve our creature, we start getting lower because we're eating meat, which you can see these little symbols down here. I'll explain those later on. So we're just gonna eat. I'm not sure how much time I've spent playing and explaining this game, but I don't know what to say. There's not a lot of food here. There's that. Okay, I've got 15. I'm gonna just quickly go. I think I'm missing 2 parts. Okay, well, there's no new parts I can add, so I might just add another flagella, I guess. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I added 2 parts on the same part. There. We'll put it like right there. And move the spit poison. So we've got spit poison and attack and break from the spike and poison. We are missing 2 parts that I don't think we're able to get anymore because we evolved too fast, I guess. However, there's these little black bubbles, and out from those bubbles spawn well, relatively fast carnivores that are just really aggressive, and just kind of like chase after you regardless of whether or not you're strong or if you have poison. But yeah, okay, we're almost at the end here, at the end of the bar, which I'll show you what that means in a second. I did not know that you could eat those as a herbivore, at least. So yeah, the spikes and the poison are pretty interesting because you can just you can kill anyone, really. And with the flagella, you can just kind of go back and forth and it spawns like a puddle of poison for some reason. Like, I'm moving my mouse and my character's flipping over and over because of the cilia, I think it's called. Just eating bubbles, I guess, black bubbles. I'm not sure why I get points from that, but I just do somehow. So yeah, there's not a lot of plants over here. Just checking this stuff out. We're very close to evolving. Okay, there we go. Once we get enough experience, we grow a very small brain. And yeah, we're on the path to sentience. So now, to move on to creature stage, we click this, and we can see our past, I guess, or history. And for cell stage, up here, there's 5 slots for the different stages. We get omnivore, which these little symbols down here. We get summon flock, flying fish, static bomb, and Gentle Generalist. So these abilities are something that you unlock for getting different pathways, I guess. So we get these attributes and abilities for being an omnivore. If we were a herbivore, we would get these, which I'm not going to bother going over because right now we're going to stick on the omnivore path. Maybe if you guys want me to play this 2 more times, I could do like herbivore and carnivore for you guys just to see how drastically the game can change for people who play it differently than how I play it. So we got a lot of plants there. We kind of went close to herbivore, but that's okay because we're still in the omnivore pathway, so we're good there. So there's this little cutscene where we just swim away and nothing else really happens. So now we get feet, and we're now in like a more 3D perspective, I guess. So let me just remove this. Looks like I have a mustache. So these eyes, they've got different like customization ways. You can twist them, make them turn around. And then there's this little dot here where you can like change the way it's looking. So now I can get the eyes to look like directly at the screen, and they can say hello correctly, without looking weird. So we're gonna just take these pieces off. Just to start, there we go. We're gonna add our feet, and our legs. We're gonna make our creature just a tiny bit longer. We're gonna make it shorter just so we can make our creature there about that length. We're gonna make it a bit bigger just so it doesn't look weird. So our creature looks like this right now. And we don't have the omnivore mouth because we lost our chance to get that. So we're gonna be using this. So it says carnivore, but we can still eat plants. I'm not sure if we can do it with this mouth, but we can still eat plants once we get our other mouths that we basically we can upgrade our mouth to get better stuff. So right now you can see there's a socialized and an attack to like the upper right, I guess. So our mouth gives us 1 bite and 1 sting. So a bite is a quick attack that can damage a single target in close range, and a sting is just, well, you know, sting. If you click on the button, I guess, you can see what it does. Like there's singing, here's biting. So we're gonna be using those to our advantage, I guess. Although every creature has 1 sting and 1 bite, we're gonna be adding a second eye, or I guess 2 more eyes, I guess. Be doing its. So you can make your eyes like this. I prefer to have like multiple eyes though. I think this is the final product of my eyes. Spent so much time on that. I'm sorry for that. You can add multiple legs on. Just continuing on, you can add multiple legs, but that doesn't leave that much room for your DNA. Like you can see, it's your budget, I guess, as the game calls it. You can see this 50 with the little DNA sign. So it costs 50 DNA, and if you add it on, yeah, you can see it goes down to 25 because it's taking 50 away. So we're gonna be making this guy's legs a bit better. There, just so his legs are, well, I'm not gonna make him so long. He looks weird that way. There, I'll put it like that way. You can also adjust their heights. You can make them like super tall or super short. It kind of just depends. I'll be going, well, on the shorter side, I guess. But we're just gonna move the legs very slightly. So these give you different attributes in the creature stage. Like this gives you sprints. It used to just give you speed, which is now given by feats, which you can't change right now. So we're gonna be adding like poison and such. We're gonna be making it a lot smaller because we don't need it that big. As well as this gives us charge and spit poison. Two different things. I'll have to show you guys what it does. We're gonna be adding the jets just because why not, and we're gonna be adding the Celia just because we want, I don't know, just many pieces as we can. Because why not add pieces? Because we've got the extra pieces as well. We've got extra pieces to spare. We don't have the last piece or the omnivore mouth, so I think this might be how our creature looks at the start of creature stage. First, we're gonna go into paint mode though. So our creature has multiple ways we can get its look, as shown here. We can like click on this, and it gives our creature like a certain color. We could also click on something else, maybe this one, just as an example. We can click on it, and it'll give our creature that look. That's shown right there. There's 3 different ways you can get that to look. Like we can click on this one. It also looks like it just makes it look like that. There's also this where we can change our color, say back to yellow, and that doesn't look that good. We kind of look like a bumblebee, but we can change our style back to this one, perhaps, and then we can make it yellow. And you can see it changes the color scheme a little bit, but our creature now looks like this. And so, there's also this like coats and detail and stuff, which I'm probably not going to bother with, although I'm curious about this. Okay, that looks kind of weird. I'm gonna change it to green, like just this green, see how it looks. I'm gonna switch it to this one. This one's already green. Yeah, I'm not gonna go anything for that. So this is how our creature's gonna look. He may look yellow here, but he doesn't end up looking that type of yellow. So we're gonna save and exit. We're gonna exit out of this creator. So now we're gonna go into land, for creature stage. So down here it's gonna display like some creatures that we're gonna see as we play through creature stage. It's gonna have some of my creations I just realized from like long ago or from recently. I skipped through that cutscene, sorry, but it's just me going onto land, I guess. So there's these little bone things that give you different parts. There's a lot more parts in this stage. There's also one dead animal that you can start out with at the start of the game. And this turns out to be a Nezper, which is a creature I made a while ago, like over a year ago. So yeah, I know this game and I've played it for a while. So there's always creatures at the start of the game. They're super weak. They've got like 1 or 2 attack and 1 or 2 sing, depending on how things go. But as you can see in the top left corner, it says like impress 3 Blatardo to ally, and there's a reward of 25 DNA, and if we try and hunt them, we get 20 DNA for extincting them, for taking out 3. We're gonna be doing that because our history right now it's kind of on the social side. We want to stay adaptable, or omnivore pathway from before. So we're just gonna walk over here. We're just gonna take a bite, and it's basically just these buttons do different things. Like you can see the bite in action right there, and if we press 4, we can spit, and it can deal 1 damage and then deals damage over time. So you can see right now I'm at 3 health. That's not very high. So we can heal by eating other creatures or by eating plants. But we have carnivore mouth right now. So we're just gonna be eating creatures for now. So the 2, that's the charge. That allows you to charge at the creature and essentially stun it. Even though it can still attack, I think it deals less damage, I think. And our creature does a little yelling thing, I guess. So we're just gonna eat up a little bit just to heal, and then we're gonna use spit, and then we're gonna charge. That just allows us to get some nice damage in before we attack. Like the extra spits, and because I'm attacking from a distance, I can use spits and then charge. You can't charge from a close distance because you need to have some time to run. So I started healing there because I was at an extincted nest, which for some reason you can just heal at. Let me. Whoa. Okay, I did not know that the game allowed you to just do a flip like that. I was just doing some jumps from my Celia, just, you know, pressing spacebar and just jumping, and then I do a flip. I'm not even sure how I did it. Okay, so here's our second nest. In our history, we go down to Predator because we're attacking a nest. In this case, they have one attack and one sing, or one social, I guess. We do have this ability called Summon Flock. I'm not gonna bother using it though, cause I'm not in any danger, and I won't be, because I'm attacking a pretty weak species. Okay, so we're just attacking right now, and we're gonna take a step away from them so we can charge at them. We're gonna use spit real quick, and then we're gonna charge at them, making it so they either deal less damage or maybe their speeds. I'm actually not quite sure what charge does when you hit a creature with it. I think it might have to do with like their attack speed or maybe how much damage they deal. I'm not sure really. We're gonna spit at them. We're not gonna charge because we're not close enough. We're just gonna spit at them, draw them closer to us, spit at them a couple times, which makes the creature that you're attacking come towards you because, you know, it wants to fight because you're spitting at it. So if you've played this game before and I'm explaining to you, well, I don't know, just bear with me, I guess, because this game's a lot of fun, and I'm sure people have watched this before, definitely know that it's a lot of fun. Okay, so we've extincted 2 nests. You can see this little brain symbol, earn DNA to progress, and then there's this little like creature bar thing as well. I'll show you what happens when you get to that bar, and it might explain things better. So these things are called nukies, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kill them off because we've been pretty nice lately. We need to stay like in the middle of nice and mean, as I like to call it, because they're social and aggressive. We want to stay in between that to stay adaptable. So we're gonna check our history just to make sure we're not going to be too mean. We might have to be nice soon enough, although I'm not sure really. Okay, Okay, we're not close enough to charge. We are gonna spit like once, twice, or 3 times. I'm not sure. Depends on how fast they get to us. Okay, we are low on health. That is kind of worrying, especially since I don't have spits. Okay, yeah, I died. Okay. So if you die, you kind of just get this cutscene where you're just lying on the floor, and I was killed in battle when wounded, or just when damaged. Retreat to your nest to heal. So basically, there's no live system. You just respawn back in the nest. No problem really. So you saw our bar was red for a quick second. So the game's giving me a little tutorial where we learn to spit. So we can just press that, or press 4, the number 4. So we can press 2 to charge. As just, you know, a little tutorial that the game gives you. You can skip through that though, very easily. All you have to do is just press ESC, I believe, and then you can skip through it easily. So these creatures, they've got some charge on them, I believe, because they've got the spikes right there. We're gonna go back to the nest I was extincting before I died. We run really fast when we're charging. I wonder why we can't run that fast normally. So we're just gonna go. We're gonna do a little victory roar, I guess. We're just gonna take a bite out of them. We're gonna charge into this one. We're gonna use our spits. We're gonna bite them. This should be the last one we need to extinct them. So when we get enough DNA, this happens. Just give it a second. So you know our tiny brain, it grows a bit bigger. And when I say a bit bigger, it like grows twice the size. But brain power. Okay. If you've grown a little smarter and taking your first step towards sentience. You have earned the ability to entice an ally to join your pack and help you on your adventures. But I haven't made any allies yet, so we're gonna go back to the home nest. After collecting these mystery parts, these little bones, I guess. And you saw we got a different mouth there. Got an eye there, according to that symbol. That's another eye. Okay. So basically, eyes give you sight, and if you don't have any eyes, then basically you can only see very closely around you. But basically, it's not a lot of fun to play with no eyes. We're gonna press backspace to column 8, and it plays that sound, which may or may not be pleasant to hear, depending on your creature. We're gonna do a little dance right there, and then we're gonna go lay an egg. We did a little dance, now we're gonna lay an egg. We're not gonna bother looking at that though. Not because it's like gross, but just because we're gonna add a mouth on. This mouth may look weird, but it gives me the best attributes. So it may just give me one bite, one sting, but for now it'll be better. I think it might get better, maybe. I'm just looking at my options here. This mouth will eventually look better. There's the eyes and the senses, arms and legs here, grass furs. So these are like hands that we can add a little hand on. We can add arms onto our creature. We're gonna just make it like that. It's gonna be kind of short arms. So our creature's gonna look like this. It's got the little arms and such. And so we're gonna go to Graspers. And you see here there's like pose, there's strike and pose. Which strike's gonna be pretty useful for fighting, and pose is just equally as important as any of the socializing abilities. We're gonna be going with pose level 2 here, just because it's the fastest way to get pose to the highest level, and the only way to get pose to the highest level. We could go with like this one. It does give us pose and health. This one does give us strike too, but we can go ahead and get that from something else. So this one introduces dance, which is it's dance really. There's multiple feet that do different things, like charge. This one gives you speed and jump. This one gives sprint and speed. Every foot gives you a different speed depending on which foot you choose. So there's like different combinations. There's like, this one has jump and dance. This one has both charge and dance and sneak and speed. This one has jump, health, and dance. This one just has sprint and charge and speed. This one has sneak, dance, and speed. This one has jump. Well, yeah, it's just like that. It's just combinations. It's jump, high speed, charge, and that stuff. This one gives us 2 speed and 2 dance and 1 sprint. So we're gonna go ahead and just put that on. So you may be thinking, how am I gonna get charge and strike if I'm not gonna be getting them for the hands and feet? There's this section called weapons where we can add charge and spit and strike and stuff like that. First we're gonna just take this stuff off, just so we can have more DNA really. We're gonna add this strike level 2. We're gonna add it, say, here. We're gonna make it smaller. We're gonna make it like this. We're gonna take the little tiny ball and we're gonna make it like that. So there's bite, obviously, and then there's strike, which is a devastating attack that can damage multiple targets in a close range. Which it deals a lot of damage, which is why it's called devastating. The higher level it is, the more damage it does. There's sing, obviously, but you've heard that before. There's dance, which looks like this. That's just kind of, you just dance. And then there's pose. So we're gonna add our poison and stuff like that. We're gonna add the poison on our butts, because why not, I guess. We're gonna add tiny little horns right there for the charge. So you see there's 4 attributes here and only 3, which is kind of unfair if you're playing aggressive or if you attack. So we're gonna add a 4th attribute to the socialize, and it's charm. So we're gonna add this little bump. We're gonna put it like, say, here, or maybe like here. And what this does is really is just creatures with many detail bars can be charmed with this social. So it's just kind of, well, you do that, I guess. I'm not quite sure what to call that, but then there's like wings at the bottom here. I'm not sure how to say that word, anti-so-patera. I'm not sure, but it gives us 1 jump and 2 glide, or level 2 glide. So we're just gonna add that, and there we go. So jumping allows access hard areas to reach. Higher levels increase the height of your jump. So and it also says press spacebar and jump the test drive mode for a preview. Test drive is something I'll point out later. Graspers, you just got hands and stuff. Glide allows you to float a little bit. Higher levels, you can fly farther and stay in the air longer. Sprint, it's just running, although it would look super weird while we're running. And then there's just sight, this mating call. Okay, I'm just there. Alright, now that we have an omnivore mouth, we can eat as many plants as we want. However, I think I might end things there. We're gonna be going through this little tutorial just so you can see what this is. We've got charm. We're learning how to charm right now. We've got like dance and such. We've got pose. We already did charm. We've got pose. Because of our little hands, we can do pose. I did not mean to do that twice. I don't know. Strike. Okay, it's just alternating between social and attack. Okay. Social and combat. I guess strike is the only new one. Okay. Alright, so for this pack thing, we can get one of our pack mates, and we can, well, if we copy what they do, there's this little bar at the top there, and if we meet at those little pink bars touch, then essentially we can add them to our pack. And how you do that is by well, essentially just copying what they do, I guess. So now that we have someone in our pack, we can just real quick go and friend someone, friend a pack or a nest. We've got 2 people on our pack, so there's gonna be 2 people doing the friending process, I guess. We can press spacebar and to fly a little bit. It's pretty fast. There's these guys. We're gonna pause. We're gonna go into options just so I can explain this spyglass mechanic. So if we use spyglass mode, we can click on, say, our creature, and it shows our attributes and such. Right here it shows that we're omnivore, it shows our levels of attack and socializing, it shows our speed and health, and if we click on, say, another creature, we can see that they've got 1 bite, 1 charge, and 1 sing. So you saw how this creature is a orange face. They're pretty mad at us. If we try and friend them, we can see they sing, so we want to sing. So they sing again, and well, the pink bars meet, and then we're able to make it so they don't hate us, really. But okay, I didn't start attacking them. It's fine. I thought maybe I had started attacking them and then left, or something, or maybe that's where I died. But it's fine, really. Huh, okay, there's 2 more now. We're gonna ally them, I guess. There's an alpha, which, if you didn't know, alphas are harder to ally, because they've got a longer bar. So we're gonna sing. And then we're gonna sing again, because that is what we do. And then we get a different mouth, because that is mainly just what we used, I think. We're gonna friend the baby, which is possible. Okay, there we go. So they had one level 1 sing, and we had level 1 sing, so we were able to match their singing abilities, which allowed for friending to happen, I guess. So since we allied that nest, we go a little bit up more towards social. And we get different parts from friending them and finding, well, skeleton parts, I guess. So there's these guys. We don't know how good they are, so we're gonna quickly go into Spyglass and just... Okay. Yeah, they've got, like, Sing 4, Dance 5, Pose 4, and just attacking them's gonna be hard. They've got very high, level stuff, and I did not make that. That's, like... I made that, though. These guys that don't look that good, yeah, that's one of my creations. Just so you know, just so it's yeah, it's another omnivore because I like playing omnivore, but I named them Marlins. I'm not sure how I named any of these characters that I have, I guess. So let's see. We're just gonna walk up this hill like it's nothing. Okay. Oh, there's a red face. So these guys have 2 bite, 3 strike. And they're carnivores. You can just see their stats and such. Since these guys are red face, we cannot impress them. And I think they're about to attack me. Oh, and they have a lot of health. Oh, I do not like that. They have so much health. Okay, I was able to take him down, but he was pretty dangerous. Okay, so I'm just gonna eat to heal. Uh-oh, not again. That's an alpha, so they have more health, and they don't deal more damage, but they have more health, so. Although, if there's 2 of us, we're able to deal enough damage to kill them. Oh, but I am practically dead. It's a good thing they don't have poison. Dang nabbit, I died. That's not my fault, they attacked us first. It's not worth it, you're gonna die. I was killed in battle. Okay. Okay, now there's this cutscene, where, our creature, or I guess our nest is migrating, and there's just one person left behind so that they can take care of the egg. And, well, let's say just that it's just a while afterward, we pop out from the eggs, me and my nest partner. That's a cool thing about this game. There's also another nest. I don't know what that other creature was. It's not there anymore. So now we have the migrate to a new nest quest, I guess, or thing to do. There's also hunting them. I'm not gonna bother doing that though, cause they killed me last time. So I'm gonna end the video here. This is how the first video is gonna go down. So we're gonna have to start a new quest. New quest migrating to a new nest. So we're gonna just save. We're not gonna. Okay, I paused the game. It did not mean to. We're gonna save, just so I don't forget you later on. And when you save, it's got this little symbol here, the spore symbol, and then it says the game on planet, whatever you named your planet, which in this case is Juvena, I think, is saved. And then we can go back into the game, and everything's back like it was before we saved. So this is a new nest now. We're gonna have to find our new nest by following this trail on the map. This little white trail here. If you're looking at my mouse right here, we can see, like, look at nests and such. Either way, though, we can do that next time. But thank you guys so much. That is charming. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next Monday.